All right, welcome back. We're gonna abstract this very easily during the cigarette break. Yeah, it's a matrix, right? I throw J's column. It's very easy to make. Let's just go ahead and do it. Okay, so this matrix, okay, um, epsilon minus p matrix. We just call it epsilon. Okay, epsilon of ij is defined as 2i minus 2 times I minus j prime pj. Okay, that's all it is. Okay, and as you know, pj is 1 plus sigma k from 1 to j gk, right? Sorry, it's been a while. J minus 1. Okay. Okay. We'll work this out later. Okay, so let's take a break from mathematics. Okay. So in this coronavirus situation, there's a lot of handouts, free handouts, right? But you in there's this proverb that says one man's poison is another man's medicine. One man's medicine is another man's poison, right? Yeah, the free handouts, it can poison you. Free money, it can poison you because it can make you lazy, right? And that's what's happening in Alaska to Alaskan natives. Okay, something Land Settlement Act, something like that. Okay, so Alaskan natives, okay, they got a lot of free money from oil and gas companies, right? So federal law they recognize Alaskan tribes and the land they regard Alaskan land belonging to Alaskan natives. So when oil and gas companies drill hole to extract oil and gas, they pay money, like rent money, to Alaskan natives. So all of a sudden, about from 100 years ago, okay, all these Alaska, maybe 50 years ago, 70 years ago, okay, all these Alaskan natives got free money, and so they didn't have to work, they didn't have to hunt and gather like they used to, fish. No, they get free money, and I so they don't have to work. Idle hands becoming devil's playground. So all this domestic violence, domestic abuse by yes Alaskan men against Alaskan women. Okay, it's because of this free money. Okay, and all these Alaskan natives having drinking problem. Yeah, I'm drinking too, but I don't have drinking problem though. Okay, yeah, all these Alaskan natives, all this drug addiction, drinking and driving, drug problem, and all this domestic violence, and all this being like homelessness. It's coming from free money. And Alaskan natives, they get free healthcare too. Alaskan natives, they get a lot of free money, free healthcare. Yeah, all this oil and gas, rent, lease, land lease money. It poisoned them. Okay, so that's why there's so much problem among Alaskan natives because of free money. Way back when, about before all this Land Settlement Act Okay, the oil and gas company giving free money to Alaska natives. Before that, they didn't have any such problem. Alaska natives. Okay, they were hardworking people. Okay, yeah, hunter and gatherer, hunting and gathering. Okay, they didn't have no such problem like today they have now. Okay, so it's free money poisoning people, making them complacent, lazy. All right, free money. It's so bad. All right, so okay. That's one way to look at it. Okay, so we don't quite need this. Okay. Now all we gotta prove is that there is at least one prime number in a given row in this epsilon minus p triangle. That's all we gotta prove. Okay. But out of curiosity, let's look at this nether world, underworld, the other side, right? The land of the negativity. Okay. So I'm kind of curious, what's going on there? Okay, instead of adding prime gap, it's subtracting prime gap. Okay, okay, okay. Instead of adding prime gap, it's subtracting prime gap. Okay. 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 How interesting. So horizontally, okay, instead of adding prime gaps, you're subtracting prime gaps one by one. Okay, and vertically, just add two by two by two. Okay, okay. How interesting. Okay. What's interesting is this. So we have one first row, one minus prime gap, right? But if we add 2, 4, 6, blah blah blah, they all always end up in one, given column. Why is that? How interesting. We can, if we prove this, it becomes a theorem, right? All these negative integers that we got from subtracting sequentially the prime gaps in order from 1, and we add some even numbers, it always end up in 1. And that's unexpected. Very. It should be provable, okay? Okay. Because prime gaps, they behave like random number, right? But with some regularity, right? Well, now I kind of know why. Because prime gaps, they're even numbers. And 1 minus prime gaps will be negative odd numbers. So, yeah, there will be some even integer. If you add that, then result become plus 1. Okay, okay. Okay, that's easy. Okay, okay. Hmm. And because every column on the positive side start with 1, uh, each column will cover entire gamut of odd numbers because we are adding 2 by 2 by 2. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Then there's this slide. It's like 1 1 1. No, there's 1 3 5, and then next one. There's some sliding down. Okay, and we know it. The sliding down. It has to do with this prime gap divided by 2. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's draw diagonal. All right. Okay. Yeah, looks like this positive number is getting sliding down, down, down. Okay, how interesting. Okay. There's some encroachment of negative numbers from above, right? Like rain pouring down. Okay. Interesting. So each column contain gives us complete coverage of odd integers, positive odd integers, okay? Actually negative integers too, right? I mean, if you go beyond that, right? Yeah, like 0 minus p, minus 2 minus p, okay? But what we want to prove is that each row, the positive side of rows, we don't care about negative side, the positive side of rows contains at least one pos- positive prime numbers. That's what we need to prove, right? Is it conceivable that this given row on the positive side is wholly, perfectly, totally composed of odd composites? What does it take to make such a row? Well, first of all, the very first element of that row has to be composite, right? So it should be composite plus 2 is also composite, plus 2 is also composite, plus 2 is also composite, and then plus, I mean, composite odd, minus 2 composite odd, minus 2 composite odd, minus 2 composite odd, and minus 4 composite odd, minus 2 composite odd. Okay. That's the minus negative prime gap. Okay. I got it. We should be able to construct some even number such that I mean some composite odd number such that C, and here you have C minus G1 and C minus G2, C minus G3, dot. They're all prime numbers. They all has to be composite numbers. Okay, so that's this epsilon number. That's contra Goldbach's conjecture. So, okay, like contra Goldbach's conjecture is like this, all right? If you define as G0 as 0, okay, so contra Goldbach's conjecture states there exists such an epsilon such that uh, C is epsilon minus 1, okay, so epsilon minus 1 minus G I I from 0 to some number x, I don't know. Okay, so and this guy is a subset of odd composites, OC. Okay, so that's the contra Goldbach's conjecture, and we want to kind of prove it or disprove it, but most likely disprove it. Okay, so okay, okay, all right, interesting. We take 5 minutes break. Okay, so interesting, very interesting. Okay, okay, yeah. All right, let's take a break. How interesting. Making a good progress. Oh. Okay. So I made an error. Okay, I'm doing the cigarette break. I realized there's some error here. It's let's correct it. Okay, and then we'll talk about something else. We fantasize a little. All right. So there exists this epsilon even integer, positive, right? Such that to unknown number x. Okay. Uh, this is not GI. No, it has to be successive, orderly fashion, sequential fashion, successive summation of prime gaps. Okay, so yeah, we omitted sigma, and so this should be J. Okay, and J from 1 to so another unknown. Uh, no. So comma I from 0 to x. This set of row, this row set, all right, and epsilon minus 1 minus sigma j from 1 to, I'm guessing it's x minus 1. Pretty sure about that. Okay. Sigma of gj. Okay. We don't need this juxta notation. Okay. Subset, no, just element. Yeah, this whole thing should be should belong to this odd composite set. Okay, so yeah, if we prove this, then that's the disproof of Goldbach's conjecture, because this is equivalent of saying contra Goldbach's conjecture. Okay, if we disprove this, then that's disproof of contra Goldbach's conjecture, which means that's the proof of Goldbach's conjecture. Okay, okay, that's our latest conjecture, equivalent conjecture. Okay, so okay, let's take a break from mathematics. Okay, let's fantasize. All right, if we end up proving this, I mean, some mathematicians, they may get angry. Oh, you don't know anything about mathematics. You didn't study what we had to study. All this higher mathematics. We could not prove Goldbach's conjecture, and you didn't pay the price. You didn't learn all this higher mathematics. Do you know? Do you understand the pain and suffering we had to learn all those higher mathematics? But you didn't. You didn't pay the price. But and we could not prove Goldbach's conjecture, and you said you did. Screw you. We're not gonna read your proof. That's bogus. We cannot accept it, even if it were true, because you didn't pay the price like we did. We studied all this higher mathematics, and you didn't, and you proved Goldbach's conjecture while we could not prove it. Oh, we could not accept that. Then what would I say? Oh, that's fine. They don't have to accept it. Yeah, maybe in the future generation, maybe they will. Okay, even if they don't, I don't care. We proved it, so we did our job and we'll move on. Okay, we do something good, do something bigger and better. Okay, so take it or leave it. Okay, just move on. I don't care whether they're gonna accept or not. And after assuming we prove this, okay, so what can I say? So, okay, now let's think about this. It's only 9:30. Night is young. Okay, so look at this. Yeah, it's April in Alaska. 9:30. Okay, Alaska is like this. All right. During the summer, yeah, spring, autumn, daylight is very long. During the winter, night is very long. Okay, so yeah, Alaska is like that. Okay, very extreme weather, wind, extreme daylight, extreme darkness, extreme coldness. But in the summer, it's not that hot. Okay, so that's one extreme that Alaska does not have. During the summer, it's cool. It's not that hot. Okay, so how do we go about proving or disproving this? Okay, so this epsilon minus 1, because epsilon is some even integer that exists. So epsilon minus 1 is some odd integer that exists. Okay? So, okay. So some odd integer minus prime gap, summation of prime gap, successive fashion, as long as they are positive, okay? Whole thing. This guy, okay, this parenthesis guy, they should be positive, alright? So yeah, that's the range of x, alright, and j. Okay, so and epsilon too. Okay, so some odd integer. Okay, let's state it in another way. Alright, some odd integer minus sigma I of gi, where some odd integer. It's not zero, so odd. Okay, is equal to composite odd composite number. Meaning, so there exists such an odd number. Alright? Okay. So odd, we go push it to the other side, okay? Some odd integer minus some odd composite, okay, is equal to sigma of prime gap. Does this odd integer exist? That's the question. Whew. The first odd composite, okay. The very first odd composite is 9, alright? Okay, okay. We can't quite do that, huh? I'm sorry. There should be all odd composite. Okay, so okay. Yeah, that notation, right? Yeah, okay. So some odd number minus summation of prime gaps. There should be always some odd composite. Does this odd composite exist? I mean, the odd number exists. Oh boy. Okay, so exist odd number and for all I less than some unknown integer z. Okay, so okay. Am I circling around again? I don't know. For example, you have 47, some odd integer, like some even integer minus 1, alright? And 47 minus prime gap 1, first prime gap, also some odd integer minus fourth prime gap minus second prime gap. This odd integer minus fourth prime gap minus second prime gap minus third prime gap, we need them to be all odd composite. Is that possible? If the summation of primes, I mean prime gaps, successive manner, summation of prime gaps, if it covers continuous or even numbers, then Goldbach's conjecture is true. Okay, why? Because if this successive addition of prime gaps, if it covers entire even integers, then um, this odd number minus entire integers, it will be all the odd numbers before this guy. So there will be some prime numbers there, right? So, okay. Mm. But that's not true, right? Right? Because yeah, given row, it skips. So yeah, okay. Never mind. Back in the days in Russia, former Soviet Union, okay, Euler was professional mathematician and Goldbach was a lawyer. He was amateur mathematician, okay. But they are friends. They wrote letters to each other, okay. So this amateur mathematician or lawyer, full-time lawyer and amateur mathematician Goldbach, also amateur mathematician Fermat, he later on become a judge, okay. Amateur mathematician Fermat, Goldbach. They communicated with professional mathematicians by letters, okay. And it's like they're helping each other, professionals and amateurs, okay. Yeah, but I'm an amateur mathematician. I'm also a lawyer, just like Fermat and Goldbach, right? But I'm not communicating with any professional mathematicians. I tried a couple of times, but they never respond to me. Okay, so but that's fine. Maybe it's better that way, so that I don't get distracted. Okay, but I'm publishing all this in this Google YouTube. So okay, I'm thinking probably this is unlikely. Okay, I mean there exists a number, an odd number. Maybe it's a very big odd number, right? Where prime gets very rare. So if you subtract the first prime gap, second prime gap successively, sequentially, all the way until it becomes one, is it possible that there are no primes in that row? Not very likely. Why? Because it eventually becomes one. Why? Does it always become one? Yeah, according to this matrix, it seems so. No, no, it doesn't always become one. It can end up in three, five, seven. Okay. So that ending number can be pretty big. Okay. So, okay. It's about racing condition, right? Yeah. Okay. No, if you ask me, I think we did enough service to mathematics. So, um, we did enough work for today. Okay, so we'll continue this tomorrow. Why? Because we had our share. Okay, we got our fill in this mathematical stomach for the day. So we were very diligent. We are not lazy. Even if we go to bed tonight, right now, we will not be accused of being lazy. Because we did a lot today. Right? Yeah. Okay. We'll take 5 minutes break, okay? And soon we'll wrap it up for tonight, okay? Okay. I'm sorry about my hair. I'm sorry. Yeah, trying to cover up this balding spot in the middle. Okay, so it doesn't look that good. I know. I try. All right. So we'll take 5 minutes break, okay? Because I want to think just a little bit more about this before I go to bed. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So, yeah, like always, my cigarette break give me some hints. Okay. So, let me grab some water. More water. Okay. Uh, we need to think about odd composite gap. The gap between two odd composite numbers. Two adjacent odd composite numbers. Odd composite gap. Okay? And uh, then we will need to talk about prime gap. Okay? So, the sequence of odd composites is very porous. There are a lot of gaps between two adjacent odd composites. Okay? So, odd composite gaps versus prime gaps. There is no way they cannot they can always coincide. Okay? So, we're talking about odd numbers. There are two kinds of odd numbers: odd composites and odd primes. When we talk about odd composites, odd composite sequence, numbers between them are prime numbers. How do you get prime numbers? By adding up sequentially prime gaps. Okay? So, these odd composite gaps, and because odd composite gaps, they are different from prime gaps. Yeah, given rho in this epsilon minus p matrix, triangle, there has to be at least one prime. Okay, so that's the possibility that we're going to explore tomorrow. Okay. Let me write it down, okay, before I forget. Okay. And that could be very as well be gold box conjecture proof. All right, so we may be closing in. Okay, we may be getting very close. Okay, so odd composite gap. You have like what 9, 15. Odd composite 21, 25. So odd composite gap like 6, 6, 4, 27, 2, right? Blah blah blah. And then you have prime gap, which goes like 2, 2, 2, blah blah blah. It's like 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, something like that. I don't know. 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6 or something like that. I don't know. Okay, so they are not equal. They don't coincide. So odd composite sequence is porous. There are a lot of gaps. Okay. Later on, yeah, it tightens up because prime numbers get very rare. All right. But still, prime gap, they never coincide with odd composite gap. Okay, so some prime number will fill in this porous sequence of odd prime gap sequence. Okay, an odd prime sequence. odd composite sequence. Okay, yeah, okay. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay, so we explore that possibility. Okay, that seems to be very promising. Okay, it's sieving concept. Aristotle's Tennessee sieve kind of application of that. Yeah, that's okay. It seems to be very promising. All right, so what day is it today? Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. Oh, time goes so fast. Let me sing you a song, okay? There's this fantastic blues tune by African American gentleman, uh, Mr. Body Guy, and the name of the song, "Messing with Kids." It goes like this: do 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 do, messing with the kids. Do 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 do. Yeah, it reminded me of this song because I read recently an article in New York City public school district. They wanted to be politically correct about this LGBT, right? So they gender neutralized public schools bathrooms. So there's no more boy bathroom, girl bathroom. It's all public school bathroom, male, female. They can just go there. But all the rich parents' children, they don't go to public school. They go to prep school. Okay, so all these politicians, okay, they are messing with kids or poor students, poor parent students, who are the constituents voters of these liberal politicians, school board, city officials, right? Yeah, so they voted for these liberal politicians, and they got rid of this gender separation public school bathroom. So they are paying for it, paying for their poor choices. Okay, so with private schools, elementary, middle, high school in New York, they are private schools. Okay, so yeah, and they have separate gender separate restrooms, right? Because they are more autonomous as opposed to public schools. Public schools, yeah, it's politics getting there, right? So only mostly only poor people go to public school, all right. So and they're getting the heat. Okay, there's an interesting article, all right. Yeah. But let's not forget, okay, some liberal rich parents, they send their kids to these poor public schools, and they notice something is very wrong with this liberalism, and they wrote about that. I read some excerpts of that. Okay, so you have to understand. Okay, liberals, they are many of them are very good people. Okay, so yeah, because they reported that, right? We should appreciate that. Conservatism, that's not that perfect either. Conservatism is no better than liberalism. Okay, conservatism is pro-life. Huh? Come on. Chauvinism and come on. Elitism, chauvinism, nationalism, pro-lifeism. Okay, conservatism is no better than liberalism. Okay, so they all have goods and bads. It's checks and balances. Okay, so Only if they knew what I knew, what I know. Okay. Odd composite gap, huh? Okay, well, odd composite gap. But this is not quite sequence of odd composite though. It's some sampling of that. Yeah, we're trying very hard. Odd composite sequence. Okay, so we start with the odd composite, right? And then we apply this prime gap. Okay, so for this epsilon to exist, what should happen? Uh, this odd composite minus prime gap minus second prime gap. Okay, because okay, it should be a subset of odd composite sequence. Okay. All this number, according to Contra-Goldbach conjecture, every single number in this row should be odd composites. There should be no primes whatsoever in this row, right? So the numbers, this row should be a subset of odd composites. But when it comes to prime gap, it has to be sequential. You cannot skip anything, all right? Okay. So can we construct odd composite gap subset thereof in a sequential fashion? Yeah, there could be some missing links, but can we? Is it possible to construct a subset of odd composite vector such that it coincides with strict sequential prime gap vector because ordering matters. All right. Okay. Let me write that down. If we disprove that, that's a proof of Goldbach's conjecture. If we prove it, that's disproof of Goldbach's conjecture. Okay. We are learning something. Okay. Okay. Interesting. But that's impossible. Why? Because first prime gap is 2, and first odd composite gap is 6. Maybe we just proved code-wise conjecture. Maybe. Smallest odd composite is 9, but smallest gap is 2. Okay. Yeah, it could be the proof. I don't know. Alright. Uh, maybe. It's possible. It is possible that this is true. Maybe we just proved the gold box conjecture, okay? Um, we have to formalize it, think about it. Did we make any mistakes, errors in our thinking process? Well, I slip on this, alright? I slip on it. So let's take a break from this. So what happened to this New York public school system from this article I read? Yeah, the students in this mostly poor students in New York public school system, elementary school, high school, middle school. Okay, because they want to be inclusive and all this transgender or whatever, right? They started to separate the bathroom just like it was, just like it used to be, because they were not so comfortable about most students. They were not comfortable about mixing gender in the bathroom. Okay, so they boys and girls unwritten rule. Okay, yeah, this bathroom now it doesn't have any gender label, but it used to be boys' bathroom. That bathroom used to be a girls' bathroom, so they just keep doing that. Okay, so that's the end of the story. Okay, so yeah, all these politicians messing with poor kids, kids of mostly poor parents. Okay, whatever. That was a very interesting story to read. Okay, and it's not fiction; it's stranger than fiction. Okay, so why? Why is reality stranger than fiction? Because reality is God's fiction, God's novel. That's his story. His story. Okay? And God is better than us, human. God's imagination is higher, better, bigger, and better than people's imagination, right? So his story is God's fiction. That's why it's stranger than humans' fictions. Okay? Because God is higher than us. Okay? His imagination go beyond our imagination. Okay, so okay, all right. I think we may have just proved Goldbach's connection. All right, yeah, yeah, I think so. Or not. All right. Yeah, I made a mistake. Okay, so because if this row is purely consist of art composite, okay, the smallest art composite is 9, right? It goes like 9, 15, or some subset thereof, and number gets bigger, prime numbers get rarer. So yeah, we didn't quite prove it yet. Okay, so my bad. Okay, yeah, gaps become bigger and bigger. All right. Okay, so yeah, my bad. I made a mistake. And odd composite gap gets smaller and smaller. Okay, okay. So yeah, we didn't prove it yet. Okay, so okay, prime gap become bigger and bigger. Okay, kinda right. Okay. How about odd composite gap? Yeah, we need to study odd composite gap tomorrow. Okay. What does it look like? Ah, yeah, it can go ups and down, right? Okay. Yeah, it will probably gradually decrease though. Because prime numbers get rarer and rarer. Okay, so composites they get closer and closer as primes become more and more distant to each other. Composites get closer and closer. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Okay. So odd composite get smaller and smaller, and prime gaps they get bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, okay. So it's possible that they coincide. Still, okay. It's a beautiful problem, right? Okay. All right. So odd composite gaps start from the right, and prime gaps start from the left. Okay, so get bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, and prime gap gets bigger, odd composite gap becomes smaller, so they may match. Okay, so yeah. Start big, getting smaller, starting small, getting bigger. So it's conceivable that they can match. Alright. Yet they both go up and down. Alright. Okay. But odd composite, well, sampling of that, so it doesn't have to always start from 9. Okay. But at least it should be 9 or higher. Because 9 is the smallest odd composite. Alright. Odd composite gap. Let me take that back. Odd composite gap. Yeah. Is 6. Does it? Odd composite gap, right? Does it ever get bigger than 6? I don't know. Let me work this out, okay? Odd composite gap. What's this relationship with prime gap? Maybe there could be some formula between that expresses the interrelationship between prime gap and odd composite gap. Okay. Night is still young, okay? We take 5 minutes break. We grab another brand new whiteboard. And we explore this interrelationship between prime gap and odd composite gap. Okay, so okay, looks like this will be our next logical step. We're gonna wrap this up pretty soon, okay? Because night is getting old, alright, but it's still young, so yeah, we explore that possibility. Let's take 5 minutes, okay? Interesting. Never ending rabbit hole. Alice's Wonderland, right? Yeah. Okay. We give it like 30 more minutes, okay? So Okay. Whew. Some long night, huh? Yeah. Ah, boy. Okay. Interrelationship between prime gap and uh, odd composite gap. Right. Okay. Okay. Ah, boy. My right hand is really sore, right? All this tendon. They're so tender. Oh, boy. Okay. I can use some nice vacation, alright? Come on. I came to Alaska to take it easy. Somehow I got involved with this mathematical thingy. Oh, and I'm craving for a vacation. Maybe I should go back to Lower 48. Maybe I get a vacation there, huh? So that I don't have to think about mathematics all the time. Huh? Let me check with my friends. How about that? So these are all odd numbers on the 68, and we have odd composites underlined. Alright? Okay. So odd composite gap. Alright. I'm gonna use my left hand. Okay. 6, 4, 6 and 6. 4, 2, 6, 2, 4. 6, 4, 2, 4, 2, 6, 2. Okay. And what's the relationship between odd composite gap and prime gap? Uh, can we formulate it? Maybe. Is it easy enough for us to do tonight? Let me think. Let me see. How easy is it? How difficult is it? Some formula, alright? Add composite and prime. Some function is equal to whatever x, okay? Some formula for it, okay? So, I don't know how easy or difficult this may be. I need to think, alright? in our convention, all the primes are odd numbers. Okay, so odd composites and odd primes, prime gaps and odd composite gaps. What's their relationship? Yeah, the problem with contemporary mathematicians is that they resort to all this fancy mathematics. They're being too analytical, right? They're losing the side of this intuitionism, right? So that's their problem, all right? Yeah, we want to teach them a lesson, okay? Yeah. They just keep learning and learning and learning, reading and reading and reading. What they should do instead, they should start thinking independently, okay? So hopefully we get to prove this and teach them a lesson. And yeah, it will be like methodological revolution, paradigm shift. That's what we are trying to do here. Okay. So, but if I ever prove this, probably I write in Microsoft Word, not LaTeX. Because LaTeX that's too low level. Okay, it's like machine language almost. HTML. Okay, I don't have time for it. Okay, I just write in Microsoft Word. Okay, if you are a computer scientist, my recommendation to you, uh, come up with some graphical user interface GUI for LaTeX so that LaTeX would be easier for commoners to use. Because nowadays, for now, LaTeX is very difficult to use for common people like me. Even me, who's a former computer programmer, okay, it's just to take too much time to learn. Okay, so come up with a GUI for LaTeX. Okay, maybe there's already one, but if there is one, it's not free. So I'm not asking you to do it for free. Just make it happen, mass produce, advertise. Okay, make it affordable. All right. I got no money. Like most people don't. Alright. Oh, I'm getting sleepy. Alright. Prime gap versus composite, odd composite gap. What's the interrelationship between the two? Well, odd composite gap, prime gap. Okay. Okay, let's abstract this. Alright. So you have prime and then composite, then prime, and composite, right? Yeah, there could be prime, 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 composite, 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 prime, prime, prime. Okay, so boy, this is quite a challenging work. And my tendon right here is hurting because I overworked today. All right. PC, it does not mean political correctness police. PC police, no, that's not what it means. Okay. Prime composite, okay. So. But political correctness is not always bad. I'm not exactly conservative, okay? Maybe 51% conservative, 49% liberal, okay? Liberals, they have good stuff, alright? So let's not forget that, okay? They're Americans, right? They're not our enemies. Come on. Stop being conservative for a second, okay? And stop being political for a second, alright? So, okay. Okay. We know something about this, okay? It just occurred to me. Composite gap has to be summation of some prime successive prime gaps, like 2 to 2. Okay? Composite gap has to be a summation of successive adjacent subsequent continuous prime gaps. Okay? Yeah, composite gap 4 is summation of prime gaps. Okay? Sometimes composite gap is equal to prime gap. Okay? Okay. Yeah. Composite gap 6 is equal to prime gap 2 plus 2 plus 2. Okay? Yeah. Well, not exactly right. Not exactly. Never mind. I'm trying. I make mistakes, alright? I mean, even great Mozart made mistake, right? Errors and corrections, errata, right? So, composite gap and prime gap. We are only dealing with odd numbers, alright? So, yeah, composite gap, prime gap. Okay, okay, okay. If composite gap has three twos, alright, the middle one is a prime gap. Okay. The others, the gap between composite and prime. It's kind of lame, right? Yeah. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's significant. I don't know. We know between two adjacent composites, uh, if there is a number between them, it has to be prime, right? Okay. And there could be one prime, two primes. All right. All right. There could be one, two, or no primes. Okay. Between two composites. You know, I'm too tired, right? I'm sleepy, and night is old by now. It's like 10:30, 10 o'clock. Okay, I gotta get back to work tomorrow. Alright, so we'll wrap it up for tonight. Alright, we came a long way today. Okay, so, okay? Alright, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Be safe, be good. Bye.